as he had, and she's really learnt to play it very well. So I'm very, very impressed with her. Becky Lynch, I think, Matt, she's been, like we said, she's gone a little bit cold lately, but I think it's a WWE thing. I just think they've pulled her back a little bit, which is a shame since she's the Royal Rumble winner and all the rest of it. But I'm hoping that, in the next 3 weeks we really see the the way it's going at the minute, Matt. I'm wondering what the next thing's going to be outside of WWE. I mean, I'm watching that more than I am Raw to see their feud pick up more. But it's making it certainly more interesting here, Matt. And not only that, for people outside of wrestling, they're sort of thinking, hang on a minute, Ronda's calling out wrestling as fake. What's that about? Is she actually going to do something dodgy in this match now? Is she going to really thump somebody? When you look how personal it got. And then what the cool thing about it, Matt, is you've got all these sort of not ex, but, UFC fighters who know Ronda, and they're like, yeah, I think she's real, I think she's legit. And even they're talking about it, which is fantastic, because it's normally the other way around. It's definitely, it's creating the buzz. Matt, have you got any doubts that this is not going to be the main event of WrestleMania right now?
Well, there's always that doubt. It's difficult. I mean,
strong.
It really should be, and they've been building towards this to the point where it's about time. These are the right 3 people. Can you get 3 bigger women?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Not really, there isn't anybody else that you can turn to. So if it's ever going to be done, this year is the year for it.
Yeah.
But it's Vince McMahon in control at the end of the day, and look at the beef on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Batista and Triple H. Yeah. Well, who knows? I mean, they could go so many different ways. Maybe they keep that Roman streak up. Who knows? Now, speaking of Roman, Matt, this is a match that I can't say I'm particularly excited for if this is the way they go. Looks like they're going Baron Corbin here, Matt. Nothing against Baron Corbin, but is this really, at this point of Roman's career where he's at? Now, I know he's come back, but this looks awful on paper if they go with this match. What do you think about this potential match between Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns here, Matt?
This is another problem that we have these days, where WrestleMania seems to go on for like 6 hours long.
Yeah, I feel like so many matches coming out of our ear rolls.
15 minutes of it easily. Yeah. You can just get rid of this match. It means nothing. It's almost like it's another one of those bad timings, because we know Dean's going, that we couldn't get a match for the Shield before this point. So perhaps Roman might not have even had to return if it wasn't for that, because it does feel like his return would have been something best saved for the new wrestling calendar year.
I think so as well.
Cramming him in the last month.
Yeah, and I feel more than that. I feel like it overshadows Seth quite a bit here, in the position he's at, and I'm worried about that a little bit. But it's disappointing. It's also disappointing that they can't think of anyone else other than Baron Corbin as an opponent. Again, I look at names like Drew McIntyre. There's a ton of people out there. They could have done an inter-promotional match if they really needed to. I don't see why they would, but they could have gone so many different ways. But how it's landed on Baron Corbin, I do not know. And again, he's not terrible, but his run, there's nothing that's telling me. Roman Reigns, the guy who's, practically took out The Undertaker a couple of years ago, and Triple H, all this sort of stuff, takes out literally everybody. Baron Corbin, I mean, it's almost like you should be facing all 3 of those guys to have some sort of realistic match there. But, very shocking. I can't say I'm really looking forward to that. And, it does look, Matt, I mean, I've just literally, as we've been talking about how many matches they're going to be, I mean, the way I'm looking at it, Matt, is I've got a feeling we are going to be sitting watching WrestleMania for some time this year. I mean, I wonder if this is going to break another record of how long it's on for, because there's so many matches, and I'm thinking I'd rather have matches that mean something, that have got a really big high stakes at it, like New Japan do. New Japan, they don't have every last talent on the card, believe me, and I don't expect WWE to take up New Japan because we know it's a completely different product. But I'm just saying, as a show standpoint, like Wrestle Kingdom, sometimes you don't have to have everybody there to have a tremendous show, and I really feel the same here. Looks like there's going to be so many matches, Matt. I mean, we talked about Randy and AJ earlier. We talked about the women's. Then you've got this business with Daniel Bryan and Kofi potentially. We don't even know what Kevin Owens is going to be doing. Samoa Joe, there's a big rumor at the minute as well, Matt, with him and John Cena potentially. I'm not sure how true or not that is going to be. Haven't really heard too much more of John Cena since the last Sullivan thing sort of fell. We got Shane and the Miz. There's talk of the Usos and the Hardys, Batista and Triple H. It just sort of never ends. And of course, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins is in this somewhere. Matt, just quickly on Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. What have they got to do in the next 3 weeks to get this buzz going for Seth Rollins, or whatever they got to do for this match? Because I feel like this one is getting lost quickly at the moment. I mean, Seth Rollins won the Royal Rumble, but since then he's done he done that first thing where I know he had to get off TV because he was injured, which was really bad luck. But the promos and everything, there's just something where he's coming across. I call it the Randy Orton promo. There's something missing when the guy's a face. But is it just a connection thing sometimes, Matt, with him, or what is it there that they can maybe do in the next 3 weeks, Matt, to get it where we want Seth Rollins to be the man?
Yeah, it's difficult. It is like you say, there is that little something about him. Maybe it's the believability that he can actually beat Brock after all the devastation we've seen Brock and the run that he's been on over the last few years. That does play a heavy role in it. But also, I feel like he needs to distance himself from this whole Shield thing that everyone's talking about right now. I mean, I know they had to squeeze that in, but that's also something taken away from his credibility. It's almost like he needs a faction to really shine at his best, and that's not how you really want to be portrayed going into such a huge singles match. You need to, no more tag team matches with Roman or anything like that. Just break that connection, because you think two good top guys like that, if they're both going to hit the level that they should be, they'll have to end up fighting each other at some point anyway. Yeah,
no, I totally agree. And I mean, of course, Brock Lesnar, he's on his own little streak here ever since WrestleMania. I mean, is he pretty much? I think, the only match he hasn't won is the one where Seth Rollins come in at the end himself with the Money in the Bank. But other than that, he's pretty much won every single WrestleMania, including Dean Ambrose, his other Shield partner, and Roman Reigns the second time round. He got the win, but which of course was only last year. Having Roman back now, Matt, is it? I mean, I just wonder, since Roman was announced to come back, or WWE knew he'd be coming back, whether they've kind of slowed down Seth a little bit, whether they would have pushed him a little bit more than what they have done since they've known Roman's back. And I just wonder if that's a big factor into it. Like, all of a sudden they're not as desperate as they were to find that next guy, and they may, as you said a while ago, wait for another Roman Reigns. I can't believe we're going to say it again. Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Don't know how many more we can go through this, but interesting to see how that plans out. I hope they really do get something going between those two. They just need something to spark it a little bit more in all this. But strange times. For guys like Braun Strowman, Matt, is there? I mean, this guy, not even on the show last night, but 6 months ago, Matt, we thought Braun's going to be the bloke, he's going to be the guy, and now we're looking at him and he's a bit of a joke kind of wrestler at the minute. The stock they had in Braun, Matt, is that completely gone now, and are we expecting him to do utterly nothing significant at WrestleMania at this point?
It sounds kind of harsh, but I hope it's gone. This guy did have quite a lot of potential, but he's been very wooded and very one-dimensional. Everything that could be done with him has pretty much been done, and even the fan support has sort of left. He can't really work with smaller guys, and it's almost like he's like a victim of his own success. They booked him so strong that now almost like performing less than as a dominant monster that can destroy anyone is so against his character that the fans would just reject it anyway. So he's in the position now where it's almost like he has to be used he has to be used intelligently, like less on Raws, more for pay-per-views, I would say.
Yeah, no, I agree. And of course, there are a lot of wrestlers that are going to be trying to get a match for WrestleMania. Even Finn Balor as the IC, and all the rest of it. He's got to try and get something going. I'm not sure who he would go up against. You got Bobby Lashley. I'm not sure what he's doing. Does Drew McIntyre get a big match? Not sure. One guy that we probably should mention as well, Matt, John Cena. Now, of course, he was tipped for Lars Sullivan, Matt, but doesn't look very that's going to be happening. But Samoa Joe was sort of a big tip now, nod of the hat, especially with the 5-knuckle shuffle business. But do you think that's going to play out? And if so, is that a top match? I mean, again, that just seems like it's thrown together out of nowhere as well, if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm sure it'll be a great match, but I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be one of those WrestleManias where it's more about quantity than it is quality. I think they're going to put a load of names together, which is going to look good. But I think by the end of it, you're really going to know there's probably about 50% of it that was actually worth seeing in the end.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. If there's any way that they can sort of manage it as well, I wouldn't mind seeing John Cena versus Drew. I mean, Drew is a guy that definitely needs. He's worked his butt off. This guy deserves a decent match at WrestleMania, and he's been consistent. And even the way that he's talked about by the commentary team, saying that he's the most focused guy on Raw. His ascension has been incredible. So it would be a waste if he doesn't get something decent. Almost like it could kill the momentum that he has.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'd agree. I hope Drew does get a top match. I want to see Drew. I feel for Elias as well. I mean, what the hell are they doing with this guy other than just the same old? Like I thought, back in the last year, he was getting so much steam. I thought, I can see him having a springboard match, not a massive match at WrestleMania, but something. But kind of just done nothing. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him and maybe Finn Balor for the IC title or something like that. Just something a bit different, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see by then, of course. Last but not least, Matt, we've always got to mention this guy, The Undertaker. Of course, he's had a long run at every WrestleMania going 3 weeks out, Matt. If it's going to happen, surely we'd hear about it now, tonight, if that's going to be the case. Do you think it's not on the cards and this is going to be the one where we finally, don't see him in a match and that's it as far as WWE are concerned with him?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that this is the year for it, if that is the case. I mean, there's been better opportunities for that to be the case, but there's been so little said about it, and the things that have been said about him, making his own appearances elsewhere now, it does kind of feel like he has more freedom to be himself, his real life personality, which is a good thing. He's worked so hard, he deserves that now at the stage in his career that he's at. But there's just nothing left for him to prove, and not even that. There's no one even left for him to fight who you believe can actually pull off a decent match with him. Because it's a shame, but everyone gets older, and he is now at that stage where he's definitely way past his prime. So it would almost be a shame if they brought him up just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, if anything, I would just have him at WrestleMania. I mean, I'd have him making an appearance, not a match, but some kind of an appearance where he can just come out and do, 3 moves. That's going to be fine for him to do, where it's getting the shine on somebody. That would be fine. I would be more than happy for that. But to see the guy, having to go out there at the stage of his career, he doesn't need to do it. He's got no more to prove. And, you want to remember these guys, in their prime as much as they can. And The Undertaker's such a tremendous character, so much respect for him. So I'm hoping at this stage he can just be like Hulk Hogan, basically, and just come out, do the poses, and, the entrance music alone is nostalgic, and that's fine. But to book a match and have all that kind of hype on it, it's a lot of pressure. and he's been doing